I told my sister to stop bringing kids into a shitty environment. My sister has been on government assistance since her first child was born, but she decided to have a second, and just now third kid despite not being able to provide for the first two. The environment these kids are being raised in is shitty. The apartment is located in a high crime area with gang activity. Drug dealers on every block. Just not too long ago, a little girl got shot in a drive-by shooting. The schools the kids will be attended are also shitty, where only 1/4 of the kids are reading and doing math on a grade level. And due to her limited food stamps budget, the kids get fed a lot of cheap food. My mom told me there were times the kids had chips and ramen for dinner because they have nothing to eat. So basically, the kids will grow up to be undereducated, chronically ill adults. None of my family is helping with the kids because we refuse to enable her to keep making bad decisions, like having more kids. Because she sees nothing wrong with her actions, and that's sad. I abuse laxatives because family said it would make me skinny. So at the time I was 13 years old. 7th grader, all I ever known was to take laxatives to make my stomach flatter after eating. I've always been a chubby girl, not super big but chubby, thicker than everyone else. I thought it was normal to abuse laxatives. I started taking laxatives around 7-8 years old, 2 cups. So in 2020 I decided to ditch that and go on a diet. I started starving myself, only eating 2 times a day with just water to drink and gum to snack on. I would eat sandwiches and carrots, no actual food unless food was cooked. I had everything in order and I was dedicated and lost over 30 pounds. I was 160. I was happy, skinny, my collarbone showed no back rolls, tummy was almost completely flat. I enjoyed it. I started to order shakes and then cry because I didn't want to gain weight, so I refused to drink or eat too many fattening foods out of fear. When I went back to eating regularly, not unhealthy but more than twice a day, I started to gain all of the weight back. I started taking laxatives but they no longer worked for me. I love the "oh you're so skinny" compliments, and "you were big at first. You have such a nice body, how did you do it?" from family. When I gained it back they said all you have to do is what you were doing before, which was starving, being hungry all the time just to be fit. They started commenting on my body and back rolls in my arms when I gained the weight back. When I gained all of the weight back I hated myself so much. To the point I was like, whatever, I don't care what I eat, started snacking, eating anything I wanted. Feeling bad after, but the results from it was even worse. I felt so big because I gained back all the weight plus a little more. So at that point I weighed the most that I ever have. Now at 17 I see how bad and toxic it was for me, and I'm trying to find a better way to diet. I lie to my boyfriend about when I'm sleeping. Sometimes I'll pretend to sleep. I sleep in a specific position so I can peek over at his face when he stares at me when I'm sleeping. Sometimes I catch him looking at me lovingly with a smile on his face for a good 20 seconds. Other time he'll speak to me gently. He'll tell me he loves me so much. That I'm his angel. That I'm beautiful. How he can't wait to marry me one day. I have to hide my smile so I don't get caught. It's been something I've done for a while to try to catch him in the act. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. I didn't pull my foreskin until I was 15 years old. In my country we have sex ed classes. My parent never gave me any real talk though, but it's no excuses. Basically, I thought the foreskin was the little wrinkled part at the end of the actual foreskin. So I thought that the skin over my tip was supposed to stay there. I was a late bloomer, and my penis only started to really grow when I was like 13 or 14. I slowly saw my skin penis regress and was worried. I never pulled on it because I thought that the penis was made in that way. The red part with the penis hole in it was the penis heart, and over it was the penis skin. It was supposed to cover the entire penis heart at the exception of the penis hole. The part of the penis skin that pile up over the penis hole is the foreskin. If you cut it back your entire penis heart, it's still covered. So as I grew up, I just saw my penis heart being more and more exposed, and since it hadn't been in contact with air since I was a baby, it was incredibly sensitive, making me more and more worried that the receding of my penis skin was a real danger. As I got 15, I noticed yellow waste sliding from my penis skin. I would pull them and throw them in the toilet from time to time, but always saw it as dangerous as it could in my eyes cause my penis skin to recede more. The yellow waste smelled like a weird mix of piss and semen, with a very strong piss smell. They were orange and pretty sturdy. As my penis started to grow, more and more waste was exposed, until one day during a shower I went all in and broke the solid layer of waste into smaller pieces. My entire tip was covered in it. I couldn't break it by hand as my tip was way too sensitive. I had to drop water drops on it, and even then it was really uncomfortable. I then discovered that the penis skin was just my foreskin and stopped at the end of the tip. I felt really dumb. It took quite some time to desensitize my tip and finish the waste removal job. I won't lie, it was really gross but also weirdly satisfying, like pulling a huge booger from your nose. I was already a horny teenager at this point. Thank God I had no success with girls. If I had my way with my cheesy penis, I can only imagine what could have been. I lost 100 pounds and the saggy skin is haunting me. I was that fat girl at school. I lost a ton of weight though, and I'm stuck with saggy skin on my stomach and I hate it. I worked so hard to get rid of my rolls and I finally did it, but I'm left with the haunting memories of my fat girl days. My arms look like a bird's wings. My stomach skin sags so much I have to lift it up to shave myself. I know I need to get a tummy tuck and arm lift, but I got quoted over 5K just for the tummy tuck. I don't have disposable income. I'm going to have to save the money and it'll take me a while.